So today we're going to be going over our picks for UFC 329's main card. So to start off, we've got Terrence McKinney versus Bobby Green. No, I'm not calling another grown man king. Anyways, I'm going to be going with Terrence McKinney on this one. I'm not 100% sure about the method. I think it could be a KO. I think it could be a submission. I definitely don't even think it's going to go past the first round. I think he's got a grappling advantage. I think he's got the power and the speed to put Bobby Green out quickly. It just depends on if he's willing to fight a little smarter, maybe chase a takedown and get to a sub. You can't always trust Terrence McKinney to have the smartest fights, and I definitely do see a path here for Bobby Green in a later fight. I just don't think it's going to go past the first round, though. So we are going to go with Terrence McKinney by round one finish. That's up to you, whichever one you want to pick. For the next fight, we're going to be going with, who is that? That's Lonnie Kavanaugh versus Brandon Royval. I actually think Brandon Royval has a lot of a better shot than people are giving him, but I'm still going with Lonnie Kavanaugh. We've seen Royval get hurt a lot in his last two fights. He got put out bad by Cop, and that's just, he's been in a lot of wars. That kind of damage doesn't just go away. And Loney's got sharp and powerful hands. Loney's a very good striker. So I think I'm going to lean Loney on this one, either decision or late TKO in the third round. But I just think Loney has a pretty clear striking advantage in this one. So that's the way I'm leaning. I think Royval could maybe pull off a good like a crafty decision here, possibly. But I don't think that's the more likely thing to happen. He's got some good jiu-jitsu off his back. He's got a nice knee up the middle, some weird spinning attacks he pulls out. But overall, he's not really the craziest grappler. So, I think it's going to be mainly a striking match where Loney will have the advantage. In the third fight of the night, we've got Corey Canhagen versus Mario Batista. If I'm being real with you guys, I don't even rate Corey Sandhagen that highly. I think this dude's severely overrated. He's lost to almost all the good comp that he's faced. And I think he has a clear striking advantage in this fight, but I just think Mario's going to be able to outdog him. So I'm going with Mario by decision. Super Mario, I think he's going to be able to grit through it. Maybe win some striking exchanges if he gets in the pocket. Utilize the grappling. I think he'll be able to get it over on Corey, even if a lot of people won't agree with me on that one because he was able to stop Umar sometimes. But I think Batista's going to be able to get in there. Maybe even do some ground and pound. But I'm going to go with Bautista by a close decision. And, I think Bautista's going to be an issue in this division, man. People don't really talk about him too much. But I think he's very good. And, his grappling's very good. He dropped Umar with a knee. He's got solid striking. So, I'm picking Batista on this one, but I could see Corey pulling off a close decision here. On to the the co-main. We have Fluke SD versus Paddy the Body Lad. Nobody talks about it. A little bedtime impression. But I'm going with Paddy here. It's not going to be a popular opinion. People don't like Paddy after the Gaethje fight, and I understand. I don't really like Paddy that much either. They love to root for the God of War. But he's going to get out God of War in this fight. Paddy's more of a dog than BSD. He has more durability. He's a better striker. They both suck at striking, but he is a better striker than him. He's a better grappler. He just doesn't have the offensive wrestling. But BSD likes to shove his head in the air when he shoots a takedown. And I'm not even going to say after he gets gassed, because he does it even when he's not gassed. And he gasses quickly, too. So I think he's going to gas quickly against Paddy. They're going to be in a war. He's going to shoot a sloppy takedown. He's going to get his neck cinched up by Paddy. But honestly, I'm going with a late KO by Paddy. I think he's going to be able to reverse positions even if he doesn't sink in this guillotine and get the choke with it. I think he could reverse off of it, put some bad ground and pound on BSD. We saw Moicano do that very well. Moicano wants money! And I think Paddy could get away with doing that. So I'm going with Paddy Pimblett by KO here. I know it's a bit of a crafty pick. But I could also see a decision. I could see a sub. I could literally see all three ways of Paddy winning this fight. So we're going with Paddy Pimblett. I still don't rate him that highly, but he is definitely better than BSD. The two worst top 5 fighters. And then we've got the main event. Max Blessed Holloway versus Conor McGregor. Guys, if we're being real here, if you're picking Conor McGregor, I don't know what to tell you. I don't know what you see. Oh, bro, he's got crazy power, man. Who's he one-shot knockout after 145? Please let me know. Because I'm going to tell you who it is. Nobody. He hasn't knocked out anyone in one shot. And he really doesn't have the kind of volume to lay it on Max. Like, I don't see what your path to victory here is. Oh, he could hold down Max or maybe get a sub. The best submission finisher and grappler in the UFC couldn't even finish Max. And you think Conor McGregor is going to sub Max Holloway? Now, I could maybe see him getting a takedown, but he's not going to hold Max down. Max has good get-ups. He has a clear striking advantage over Conor. Let's just go over a list of things that Conor has coming into this fight. Came off one of the worst injuries in MMA history. Civilly liable cases he was found guilty in. Civilly liable, not guilty. Civilly liable, which is the same thing. Tons of losses. A 5-year layoff. And drugs and partying and not being locked in. He has every disadvantage in the world coming into this fight against Max. And what's Max have? A slightly worse chin? He's getting hit by dudes with big power up a weight class. What do you expect? And he's still tanking these shots and winning these fights, except for Charles. But Charles didn't drop him. He only hurt him. And it's only because of the takedown threat that even happened. Max is going to pour it on Conor, and he's going to finish him within 3 rounds. I don't see this going the distance at all. I think Conor doesn't take punches well. And when Max starts pouring on these long combos, Conor's not going to be able to take it well. Conor's always had gash issues, especially at 170, going against guys like Nate Diaz and losing, in my opinion, both fights. Conor is just, he struggled against Nate Diaz. Nate Diaz is just worse Max, but with better jiu-jitsu. Max is going to pour it on him. He's not going to be able to tank it. Max is going to do basically whatever he wants with him on the feet. And he's going to KO him within 3. He's going to TKO him. And it's not really going to be a hard fight. I think this fight is like an IQ test. Yeah, we're going with Max Holloway on this one, and I don't think it's going to be particularly close. But, that's my predictions for UFC 329. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. And, see you guys then.